is I, Zankoku, and yes, finally, I am going to make my best of 2018 films video. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Busy year so far, 2019. But I would be remiss if I were not to finish this video series, which started out with my most surprising films of 2018 and my most disappointing films of 2018. Both of those videos link in the description and probably the end credit thing, whatever, screen end, whatever they want to call it, end card, I don't know. Anyway, so let's get into it. 2018, the best of the best, my top 5 films, and honestly, there's a bit of a power gap between 5 and 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1 are just spectacular all the way around. 5 was a very difficult decision for me. I had to go back and forth between several films, but I thought, you know what? I need to do this one. This one, I think, deserves it. And so, number 5 on my top 5 best of 2018 lists, enough stalling, and that is A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place, a movie that I reviewed for my 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, and honestly, I was impressed by this film. The fact of the matter is, it is hard to do what this film does. And this film is about the sort of a post-apocalypse type of situation where the world is invaded by these monsters that have super sensitive hearing, and that's how they find their prey and kill them. And so you have to be very, very quiet. And to create as much tension and as much interest and as much nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat action in a movie that doesn't have a lot of dialogue, has to be more visual than anything. It does a great job, and the actors and actresses do an awesome job of emoting and communicating without necessarily using words. And I think Emily Blunt did a very spectacular job in this movie. Probably the second best job acting in 2018. We all know who got number 1. But, yeah, she was spectacular. And a credit to the filmmakers for creating a great movie with great sound design and able to keep your interest and keep you on the edge of your seat and to give you that unease throughout. And like the movie, there's a lot of open spaces. It's not a small, cramped film, but it makes you have that claustrophobic feel. And I think that's pretty good. So there you go. Number 5 on my list, A Quiet Place. So, moving on to the top 4, which these are the best of the best. These are spectacular movies throughout. And so I am starting with number 4, Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2, yes, I had the privilege to watch Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 back to back. The local theater was doing a double feature when Deadpool 2 came out, and I was able to watch Deadpool and Deadpool 2 back to back, and that gave me a lot of perspective on Deadpool 2 in regards to Deadpool 1 and everything else. And I have to say, I love Deadpool 2 more than I like Deadpool 1. Deadpool 2, to me, is what a sequel should be. It takes everything you love from the first one and does it better and greater and more magnificent and expands upon it. And with Deadpool 1 is a small movie, a small, short, and sweet movie. Deadpool 2 expands and is a bigger movie with higher stakes, and it feels much, much more. It is Deadpool cranked to 11, and I love it. I know a lot of people who rag on Deadpool 2 basically say, well, it's all just Deadpool 1. It's just a recycling of everything. It's a recycling of all the jokes. It's just a recycle. It's not original. It's just, it's just more of the same. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I like the same. If I like that stuff, I'm gonna like more of the same. So fuck off. I don't care. I'm sorry I'm using the F-bomb there, but I don't care what you think, because guess what? I love Deadpool 1, and I really love Deadpool 2, and the stuff that I loved in Deadpool 1 is in Deadpool 2, and I love it even more. And yes, they recycle some things, but they add to it, and they build upon it, and that's the thing that I say, is that when you have something, you can just copy it, or you can copy it and build upon it and improve it. And sometimes that's a dangerous thing, because you could try to do that, build upon it, improve it, and end up making it worse and ruining the whole thing. The fact that they were able to build upon what they did in Deadpool 1 and add much more to it and do it successfully and have it be great and still be true to the Deadpool is just magnificent. Plus the fact is, it is a much more powerfully emotional movie with more feeling, more depth, more character development, especially more than some Captain Marvel type movie. Anyways, so Deadpool 2, absolutely love it. Number 4 on my top 5, I know, that power gap. Top 5 best of 2018 list. So, moving on, number 3, and this movie kind of came out of nowhere. Not a lot of talk about it until it sort of hit. And from what I heard from everyone who watched it, they absolutely loved it and said it was really good. And ended up winning an Oscar, even though I guess nowadays that's not much to brag about, because the Academy sucks. Don't necessarily give out the awards to the best and most deserving movies. But in this case, I think they were right. And so the hype was up there and the bar was high when I went to watch this movie. And I must say that it met it and exceeded that. And that is the movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, an animated feature. And what can I say that hasn't been said about this movie already? The animation is beautiful. It's great. The story is awesome. The characters are fun and developed, and the Miles Morales hero storyline was a good hero storyline. Once again, Captain Marvel fail. Like, learn from these things. Learn from good characters, stories, and arcs, and use that to create your origin story for other characters. And don't be afraid to have them be vulnerable and fail, because guess what? That's how you learn. And the whole part of the story is overcoming. And honestly, this story is layered too, because it's not just a story about Miles Morales coming to grips with his newfound powers and taking on the mantle of Spider-Man, but also a redemption story for Peter B. Parker too, who kind of lost his way and kind of fell into a malaise, kind of like what happened with Thor in Endgame, anyways. But yeah. So, like I said, great action, great storyline. I am super excited to see what they're going to do with this property, because obviously it made a lot of money and won an Oscar, so they're going to make more. And I would love to see each of their own Spider-Verse worlds, especially Spider-Noir, because that just looks like it'd be an interesting, fun time. But yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, great action, great story, great characters, awesome animation. And yeah, it's surprising because it's kind of an all ages, all family type of thing, which is not necessarily my cup of tea, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is a great watch, and I suggest you watch it if you haven't seen it. It is good for adults and kids, and yeah, it's fun time. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, number 3 on my top 5 best movies of 2018. So, moving on to number 2, and this is probably, one of those things where everyone who's watching this goes, yeah, they're expecting a certain movie to be on this list, and they were wondering when it was going to show up, and it's going to show up at number 2, and that is Avengers Infinity War. At the time I saw Avengers Infinity War, it was perhaps the perfect comic book movie. It was the best comic book movie I have ever seen. Sorry, Dark Knight fans, but guess what? That was more of a crime drama than a comic book movie. But Avengers Infinity War it's sort of not fair too, because it is definitely built upon the foundation of all of the MCU movies before that. You don't have to watch all of them, but you do need to be really familiar with most of the series before this. And that's kind of like shitty because you don't have to worry about backstory and developing the characters because the characters are already developed. They already have their backstories. They already have their motivations. All you have to really do is focus on the villain, and they did, and it was great. A spectacular villain. Thanos, his motivations. He was a sympathetic figure, though we still didn't like him, and we still disagreed with him, but we sort of understood his perspective and where he was coming from. And he was not a villain who was being evil for evil's sake, but he was really thinking that he was saving the universe and that he was the hero in this story, and that made him much more relatable and somewhat more scary because that's more frightening. Someone who's evil for evil's sake, you can just write them off. But someone who's evil but they think they're doing good, that is a scary proposition. Anyways, all of the favorite characters, all of them having their hero moments. Captain America might have been pushed a little aside, but damn it, he fucked up over Civil War. Team Iron Man all the way. But anyways, it was spectacular. It was action-packed. It hit the ground running. It's a long movie, but it didn't feel long. And by the time it was over, you're like, no, I can't wait another year. I need more. And that's a good thing, man. When you want more, and not because you're unsatisfied, but because it's just so good and you just want to be there and experience it for hours and hours and hours on end, you just have a spectacular movie. And of course, I recorded this after I saw Endgame. And so we all know that they had a very satisfying conclusion to the Avengers saga. But yeah, Endgame, Infinity War, number 2 in 2018. And surprise, surprise, that means that I thought there was a movie that was better than Infinity War. And what movie could that possibly be? Well, anyways, this movie was spectacular and awesome and exceeded all of my expectations. And this is from a movie series that for some reason defies all logic and becomes better with each passing installment. Well, at least once you hit 4. And then 4, 5, 6 just got better, and better. And that movie series, and number 1 on my 2018 best movie films of 2018. Oh my God, and that is Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout is quite possibly one of the best action movies ever made. I am going to put that out there. It is spectacular. It's probably the best spy movie ever made because it just has everything that you're looking for in that type of movie. You have great stunts, practical stunts. Yes, I'm sure there's CGI in there, but you can't tell. And you have wonderful action set pieces. You have intrigue. You have backstabbing and double crossing and triple agenting and quadruple agenting and subterfuge and stuff like this. And the thing is, you have a situation where you're not sure if they're going to win, which is really funny because usually in these movies you're like, yeah, they're gonna pull this through, and it's like they set this movie up that you're like, well, I'm not sure what's gonna happen in this movie. And it's great. It's a thrill ride, and it is a roller coaster, and everything just works so perfectly. And yes, the movie just has going from one action ride to another. It's like going to an amusement park and just hitting all the roller coasters one after another, and yet it's still awesome and fresh each time they do it. And by the time the end credits roll, you're like, no, I want more. I want to do more. Let's go on to the next mission. Let's get to the next roller coaster. It's like the sun's setting and they're kicking you out of Cedar Point, and you're like, oh man, I had a lot of fun, man, but I can still go. I can still go some more. Guys, you don't have to shut down the The rides, turn off the lights. No, don't. End credits don't roll. I want to keep going. And that is what Mission Impossible Fallout to me is. It is spectacular. It's one of those movies that it's a sequel. It's part of a series, but you don't necessarily have to like watch any of the original ones. That when I first watched it, I went to with a person who hadn't seen any of the Mission Impossible movies, and they weren't lost, and they had a great time with it, and I highly recommend it. It's a spectacular film. It hits all the right notes, and you can make a drinking game when I say it hits all the right notes, because I think I probably said that a million times in this video, but it does. It is the top. It is the cream of the crop. And honestly, it's up there in the echelon of action films and spy films. Everything that I wanted and more, except maybe nudity. But we can't be perfect. Oh man, that one girl, that blonde. Oh, wow. And that, ooh, man. That's why I can't be a spy, because I probably end up trying to get with the blonde girl and get stabbed or killed, and then I'm like a star on the wall of a building as opposed to a grave or something like that. Anyways, Mission Impossible Fallout, number 1 on my top 5 films of 2018. So let's review them one last time. Number 5, A Quiet Place. Number 4, Deadpool 2. Number 3, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Number 2, Avengers Infinity War. And number 1, of course, Mission Impossible Fallout. So, tell me what you think. Did you agree with me? Did you disagree with me? You think I'm crazy? Whatever. Tell me what your top 5 is in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, whatever. Thumbs up. Who cares? I don't know. This is the end of everything anyways. So, yeah, if you want me to review any of the movies that I've talked about in this video, go ahead. Though I've already reviewed A Quiet Place, so a link will also be in the description. There are going to be a bunch of video links in the description. Anyways, end card scene should be showing up pretty soon, and I will see you guys next time. And remember, you stay scary, internet.